too. So now that we're here, first thing in the morning, hopefully we don't have all of that in the mind. Now that I brought it up into the mind. See if you can clear it out. Take your hands on your knees, allow your eyes to close. Slow breath in. Long exhale. Take your hands to your heart. Remind yourself why you chose to practice today. What do you need to get out of this time today? Really draw your focus inward and realize that this practice is really deeper than just movement. What do you need to get out of it? Gently smile. Let's open the eyes. Inhale to reach the arms up. We're just side bending to the right on the exhale. And moving slowly. If these are the first movements you've been doing through the day, then just take your time. We're gonna go a few more on each side. So each time you go, so you can go a little bit further. Explore the movement. Use that bottom hand to help push you back up to center if you go a little too low. And see if you can keep the opposite hip. So now that I'm reaching over to the left wall, I'm pushing my right hip down so that I can access a little bit more movement into that low back. A couple more, or one more on each side. I hope you guys are joining me now that you're coming on. It's going to be an intermediate flow. Arms reach up on the inhale. Take your left hand to your right knee. Exhale. Come back up. Inhale. Arms up. Gaze forward. And exhale. Twist to the left. Arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Twisting to the right. Left hand to the right knee. Inhale. Arms up. And exhale over to the left. One more on each side. If you need to, if this is too uncomfortable for you to be sitting down, use your block or grab some pillows. Last one here. Interlace the fingers and exhale, the palms press to the ceiling. Keep the biceps by the ears. Round your back so you're pushing your spine to the wall behind you. And then come back up and push the chest up, lift the chin. I'll turn so you can see me. Exhale, you're rounding forward, like you're trying to touch the wall in front of you with your palms. Inhale to come up like you're trying to touch the wall in front of you with your chest. Exhale again to round. Squeeze your belly, hollow out your low belly. Inhale to come back up, reach the arms up. Now with the exhale, take the hands behind you, plant your feet in front. And with an inhale, lift your hips up. We're trying to get the hips to the height of the knees. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Going only as high as you need to go. What I want you to do is spread your fingers, push into your fingertips and your knuckles. Ground into your forefoot just as much as your heels. A couple more. Last one. We're going to stay down, taking the left leg long, take the right foot to the inside of the left leg, square the chest over the left thigh, and fold forward. It's not a big movement. Again, we just want to explore what's going on with the body here. Use the breath to expand through your upper back ribs. Use the exhale to get a little softer into the back of the left knee. Notice if you're hunching your shoulders, relax them down. We've got a couple more breaths in this position. Use the exhale, count it out for 4 seconds. With the inhale, come back up, reach the arms up. Exhale, the right hand leans back behind you, point your left toes, and lift your hips up. Deep breath in, and exhale the hands down. Bring your right leg forward, or the hips down. Bring your right leg forward, left foot in. Deep inhale, and exhale to walk the hands over the right thigh. I'll go this way so you can see me a little bit better. Now noticing here, think about getting your belly button towards your knee, so you're lengthening as you fold, rather than your forehead to your knee, so that is compressing. So think chest open and reaching. Sternum reaching for the top of the foot. We've got a couple more breaths here. Don't force anything. Notice your exhalation. That's when your body's gonna soften down. Use that. Next inhale, let's come up. Reach the arms up. Take the left hand behind you, lean back, point your right toes, lift your hips up. Squeeze the glutes, arch the back, drop the chin, inhale. Exhale to lower down. We're coming to table pose. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Bring your right leg up, lift your chin, inhale. Forehead to knee, exhale, round the back. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the toes, drop the belly. Exhale and round, squeeze your core. Inhale, toes up, chin up. Last one, exhale, round. Tuck your left toes. Inhale to a one-leg dog, right leg up to the ceiling. Bend the right knee and point the knee to the ceiling as you get the heel to go to your left glute. Keep pushing your armpits back. Keep reaching the right knee to the ceiling. Next inhale, right leg up. So straighten the heel to the ceiling. Exhale, knees both come down to table pose. Left leg up, lift the chin, inhale. Forehead to knee, exhale, round. Make sure that your fingers are spread. Inhale, toes up, chin up. Exhale, round. Push yourself out of the floor, hollow the belly. 2 more. Inhale, lift, squeeze the back of the leg, squeeze your glute. Exhale, squeeze it in, abdominals strong. Left leg up, squeeze the glute. Exhale, knee comes in. Keep it there. Tuck your right toes, one leg dog, left leg up. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Keep pressing the armpits back towards your right toes. Inhale, the left leg goes back up. Square the hip to the floor and lower left foot next to right. Walking the feet to the center of the mat. Walking the hands to the feet. Before you come up, look at your feet. Make sure they're pointing forward. Get them underneath your hips. Stand, inhaling the arms up. Take a hold of your left wrist. Exhale over to the right. Come back through center. Inhale. Over to the left. Exhale. Coming back up through center. Hands to heart and exhale. Spread the toes of your left foot. As we inhale, reach the arms up. Take a hold of the left wrist and exhale over to the right leg goes up. Inhale through center. Ground the right foot. Switch the wrist. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, come back up through center. Switch sides. Hold the left wrist. Go to the right. Lift the right leg. Inhale through center. Notice if you start gripping, spread your toes. Switch sides. Exhale. Coming back through center, arms up. Hands to heart center with the exhale. Come to the front of your mat. Inhaling, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Touch the floor. Step it to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower the knees. Notice that the spine and the hips are straight. Tuck the toes and lift the knees. You're in your plank again. Now bend your knees and lift your knees. We've got 5, up, 4, up, 3, up, 2. Last one, we hold, look forward and bend your elbows. We're coming all the way down onto the belly. Lift your chest and chin. Notice where your feet are, push them down and squeeze your inner ankles together. Lift the kneecaps so much that you're really strong into your thighs and you're pushing the hips down and pointing the tailbone back towards your heels, not up towards the ceiling. Your hands are down underneath your shoulders, but I want you to pull your shoulders back and think about lifting the collarbones off of the mat. Deep breath in, ground into your hands and exhale. Exhale, tuck your chin and sit back to child's pose. Slow breath into the upper back. Keep reaching the fingers forward so we get that length into the sides of the body. Deeper breath in and expand and open there. Long exhale, sit your hips lower. Let's reach the arms forward. Inhale, coming up, hands and knees, tuck the toes, and exhale, downward dog. Up onto the toes, inhale. Drop your heels, exhale. Onto the toes, inhale. Exhale, heels down. Keep spreading your fingers. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up. Walk your feet to your hands. We're at the front of the mat in a forward fold. Check your feet, point them forward, spread your toes. Inhale to stand. Reaching the arms up, taking a hold of the left wrist, side bend to the right, right leg goes up. Inhale, back through center. Switch sides, exhale, left leg out to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Arms reach up, fold, exhale. Remember, you're squeezing the belly as you come down. Plant your hands, step to plank. Inhale, lower the knees and exhale, bend the elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tops of the feet are down, thighs are engaged, cobra, inhale, let's lift the hands. Exhale, squeeze the elbows back towards the hips. One more breath in. Hands down, exhale, child's pose, sit it back. Keep the hands low, just walk the hands outside right of the mat. So we're getting that side bend into the left side. Push your left hip back and your left armpit down. Bigger breath in. Longer breath out. Walk the hands all the way out to the left side and sit your hips back. Try to get that right armpit closer to the floor and the right hip closer to the heel. Breathe into the right ribs. Exhale to squeeze into the lower belly. Inhale, walk the hands back through center, come up to table, and tuck the toes to down dog. Ground through your left heel. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale the right foot between your hands. So notice here, I'm pushing off of my left heel, bringing my shoulders over my wrists, knee to chest to step the foot there. Now if it doesn't come up in one step, just pick it up and move it. Hands are on either side of that foot. Sit lower and lift the chest. So notice the back leg is straight, the right knee is bent, and the shoulders are directly over the hips. Arms up, inhale, the gaze is forward, sit a bit lower, and push your back heel further back, but that same hip, pull it forward. Straighten the back leg more, squeeze the left glute, inhale, warrior 2 with the exhale. Pivot the back foot, left toes are now pointing to the left wall. That right knee stays bent. Now we're opening up the left hip. Arms go out to a T, and the gaze is over the front middle finger. I want you to stay focused here. Gaze is forward so that we're really strong and focused. Squeeze your right glute and push the left outer edge of the foot to the floor. Take one more inhale. Let's all lift and spread the toes. Exhale, hands down. Windmill the hands, turn the left toes forward, right foot goes to plank. Inhale. On or off your knees, we lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Cobra or up dog. Inhale. Straighten the legs if you're doing your upward dog. Down dog. Exhale. Squeeze and feel the strength into the arms. Spread your fingers. Left leg up. Inhale. Bend the knee. Stack the hip. Exhale. Left leg up. Inhale. Step it through. Exhale. So remember, we're pushing off of that back foot to bring the left foot forward. Find the knee over the ankle. Push the right heel back. Straighten the right knee and up with the arms when you're ready. The right glute is really engaged. The right leg stays straight. Pull your right hip forward. Push your right heel back. Warrior two. We pivot on the right foot, arms go wide to a T, and the gaze is over the front middle finger. Sit lower into the left knee, but equally push the right foot down as you're equally reaching the left knee forward. One more breath in, straighten your right leg more and squeeze your glutes. Exhale to windmill down. Right toes turn forward, plant your hands, left foot goes to plank. Deep breath in. On or off your knees, we lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Cobra, up dog, inhale. Child's pose, exhale. Slow your breath down. Inhale wide into your lower back. Expand it up into the upper back. Exhale, sit your hips lower. Let the armpits sink down. Next breath in, come up to table. Exhale to downward dog. Walk your feet to the center of your mat. Check your feet, point them forward. Inhale, stand, arms to the ceiling. Taking your hands to heart, ground in your feet so the toes are pointing forward. Spread the toes of the left foot. Bend your right knee into the chest. Drop and then slowly bring the right foot back down, and now the left knee. Exhale it up, inhale it down. We're going to just go side to side. I want you to be aware of what's going on with your hips. See if you can keep them completely stable. That means that we're activating abdominal walls on both sides equally, as well as activating inner and outer thighs equally. Now, notice here, we don't want to grip with the toes. We're going to start going a little slower. And with the next time the knee, right knee goes up, we'll take the left arm up and down. And left knee, right arm. And just going side to side. Notice the foundation. Spread your toes. This is our last one. Left knee, right arm. We're going to hold to center. Both feet are down. Ground into your left foot. Spread the toes of the left foot. This time we're bending the right knee behind us. See if you can take a hold of the right foot with the right hand. We're just going to hold here. If you want, take the left arm up. Keep your hips and your shoulders square with each other. So square to the front of the room. We're just going to hold here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Ground your right foot. Spread the toes. Notice how your body feels from one side to the other. And we'll go to the left side now. Bend the left knee. Hold the foot. Stay here. You can hold onto a wall or right arm goes up. Be aware of your reaction. If you think that you're going to fall, then your body is going to tighten. So you need to trust your body. Trust the softness that your foot is able to hold you up and adjust as it needs to. One more breath. And exhale to lower, foot down, hands to heart. Let's close the eyes here. Slow your breath down. This is a good time to remind yourself of what you wanted to get out of your practice today. Smile. Thank your body for being so strong for you. Next inhale, let's open the eyes, reach the arms up, hands to heart as we exhale to step to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Step it back to plank, inhale. Exhale to lower slow. Upward dog, inhale. Order cobra, down dog, exhale. We're doing a flow. Right leg up, inhale. Right foot between the hands, exhale. Remember, we're pushing the heel forward to get it there. Arms up, inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Left hand goes down, right arm goes up. Inhale, gaze to the right inner elbow. Exhale to windmill the hands down. Left toes turn forward, right foot steps to plank. Inhale. Exhale, on or off your knees, we lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. Upward dog or cobra. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Right heel grounds. Left leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knee. Stack the hip. Left leg up. Inhale. Left foot between the hands. Exhale. Crescent. Inhale. Warrior 2. Exhale. Sun warrior. Inhale. Exhale to windmill down. Right toes turn forward. Left foot goes back. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower. We're going to come all the way down to the belly. Lift your chest and inhale. Get your elbows under your shoulders. We come into a Sphinx pose. It's very similar to our cobra, but we're now using the elbows to support us rather than using the upper back. So it's a little bit more freeing because you have that support. Bend your right knee behind you and reach for your right foot with your right hand. Then come back to your forearm and straighten your right leg, and then switch, and then switch. So that's all we're doing here is just going left foot, left hand, right foot, right hand. Keep moving. 3, 2, 1. Now stay here. We're just changing it up a little bit, going to opposite foot. So the left foot will bend, a knee will bend, and the right hand has to really reach and touch the foot. So we're getting just more access into that twist into the thoracic spine. So see if you can keep the gaze to the thumb that's moving. And that's gonna help to open up the chest and the shoulder. Also, use that supporting forearm to push you. So I'm pushing into that right forearm to help me reach back for my right foot. We've got one more on each side. And just making a pillow with your hands. Allow your heels to fall outward and close the eyes. Take a slow inhale and fill your back. Long exhale, soften through the low back, soften through the glutes. Next inhale, bring the head up, take the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the kneecaps, plank, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Walk your feet to the center of your mat. Inhale to come up to stand, reach the arms up. Hands come to heart as we exhale, ground through your left foot. If you have a hard time with balance, get close to a wall. Bend your right knee behind you. Take your right hand to your right foot. Now we're lifting the left arm up. We've been here before. If you want, your left hand can hold a wall. Or start to lean forward and maybe start reaching for a wall. Right toes will kick up. You don't have to touch the wall if you want to challenge your balance. Maybe just step a little bit further back and think about reaching towards the wall instead. And then if you need to, just rest on the wall. We've got only a couple more breaths here. If you just notice what's going on, maybe you'll be able to get that right knee a little higher without forcing it. Use your strength. One more inhale. And exhale to lower. Come back to center. And find stability and equal in both feet. Close your eyes and find your breath is equal. Inhale to exhale. Notice how your body feels from doing that pose. Notice if your breath has changed. Bring it back. The outcome of the posture is not important. It's about how you do the posture with your breath. That's what we're trying to bring into the practice. Let's open the eyes. Be aware of your intention. Spread the toes of your right foot. Bend the left knee behind you. Left hand holds left foot, and the right arm comes up. Notice here, if you start hunching, see if you can get your hip and knee and shoulder all in the same line. Right arm over right foot. Now if you want, we start kicking up with the left toes and leaning forward at the right hip. Hold the wall if you need to. Squeeze your left glute to get the leg up. Straighten your elbow and let the foot kick into the hand and help open up the shoulder. Spread the toes of your right foot. Deep inhale. See if you can get just a little bit lower by squeezing that left glute more. One more inhale. And exhale to lower down. Find your Tadasana. Feet under hips. Toes point forward. Close the eyes. Feel that your breath is moving easily front and back of the body equally. Next inhale, open the eyes, reach the arms up. Exhale to fold forward. And let's step the feet to the edges of the mat. Turn the toes out and bend the knees wide. Look forward. Lift your hips, let the head hang. Bend the knees, let the chin lift. Inhale, hips up, head hangs. Exhale, bend, lift the chin. Two more, inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, bend. We're gonna stay down and rock side to side. You can have your hands on a block if that is a little more spacious for you. I want you to try to keep your chest up. Notice here if you're rolling too far forward, use the block if you need to. Now notice the feet, lift the heel, lift the toes, get really spacious to the inner thighs and the bottoms of the feet. A couple more, and then we're coming on to seated. So as gracefully as you can, come onto the back. Bringing your knees to your chest. Taking your hands by your side, lift the hips up, and exhale, lower the hips down. So there's a lot going on with your foundation. Spread your toes, point them forward, and notice where your knees are. Get them in the same line that your hips and toes are. So you don't want your knees to wobble in or out. Takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of activation of both inner and outer thigh. A couple more. When you get to the top, point your tailbone in between your knees. Don't let the arches of your feet lift. We've got last two and last one. We're gonna hold the hips up. Walk your feet together. Ground your palms. Bend your right knee to the chest and lower the right foot down. Bring the left knee to the chest and then lower the foot down. Again, right knee. Inhale it down. Lift the hips equally. Exhale the left knee. Inhale it down. Notice what's going on. Use your arms to help stabilize you. Right knee in and lower the foot down. Left knee in and lower the foot down. This is a lot of strengthening for your glutes and your low back as well as your upper back. Push into the backs of the shoulders and that's gonna help to support you. Last one and lower down. Bring your knees to your chest. Keeping your right knee into your chest, straighten your left toes and let them hover over the mat. Left leg is really straight. Shoot energy out of the toes. Take your forehead to your right knee. Biceps are engaged. Activate your biceps and back. So like you're pulling your knee away from you, but you're actively pulling it in with your chest, with your back and with your biceps. Squeeze here, hold here for one more breath in. And we're just switching the legs with the exhale. So now we've got the right leg hovering. The right leg is straight. Point the toes. Then resist the knee. Pull it in and activate your back. Get your shoulder blades off of the mat and squeeze your biceps. One more breath in. Now let's bring both knees into the chest. The head stays up. Let's release the arms. Bring your left leg forward. Bring your right leg forward and switch, switch, switch for 10, 9, 8. Low back is not off the mat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that right knee into the chest. Take your right hand out to the right, left hand behind the head. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale to open the elbow. Keep the legs as they are. Exhale, elbow to knee. 9. Inhale, open. Exhale, 8. Inhale, open. Exhale, 7. Keep moving. 6. Straighten that left leg more so you can really power the thighs. Squeeze the abdominal wall. We've got 3, 2, 1. Switch the legs. Left arm out to the left. Right hand behind the head. We've got 10 on this side. 10, 9. Make sure you exhale when you come up so you get deeper into the abdominal wall. The right leg is straight and strong and we're pointing out of both toes. We've got 3 more. 2, 1. Head down. Both knees into the chest. Hands to the knees. Rocking side to side. Coming up through center. Arms and legs to the ceiling. Bring the right heel to the front of the room. The left arm to the back of the room. Exhale back up to the ceiling. Left leg, right arm. Exhale back up to the ceiling. Right leg, left arm. Do not let your low back lift off of the mat. Keep moving, one leg and arm at a time. Come back to center before you move the opposite side. Reset, even if it's just for a half a second. Keep moving. The low back stays grounded and does not lift. One more on each side. Hold the arms and legs up. Just take the left foot down. Take the hands to interlace behind the right hamstring. Press out of the heel. Point the toes. Circle the ankle. Get some movement to the bottom of the foot. And let's go the other way. Hold to center. Right knee bends. Switch legs. Really exaggerate what's going on into the ankles, the calf muscles, the shins. Go the other way. Access the bottom of your foot. Spread your toes. Widen the bottom of your foot. Come back to neutral. Left foot down. If you want to do pigeon on your back, this is where we'll do it. The knee comes into the chest. Or if you prefer pigeon on the front, right shin crosses towards the heel, goes in front of the left hip, and then we fold forward. So you choose how far forward you want to go. Again, if you need to, this can be done on your back. If you're on your front, think about getting the whole front of your hip forward. So the left toes, tuck them under, and think about pulling your left hip forward and then coming down. So be aware of that. A lot of times the knee will kind of pop out and then will come down like this. It's not bad, but if you can, do it correctly, and that way the body will get back into balance a little easier and a little quicker. So a good way of doing it is tucking your left toes and getting the whole left thigh to be flush to the floor, then untuck the toes and come down to whatever feels good. Actively imagine your left hip pulling forward as the right hip is pulling back. You can also take the right foot, draw the toes in towards the shin. There's a lot of technicalities in this. You don't have to do all of them. I'm just trying to give you as many options as possible. Take one more breath in. And let your exhale soften your hip wherever you are. If you're in your figure 4 on your back or if you're facing forward on your mat, let that right hip relax. From here, we're moving to the other side. So if you were on your back, just switch legs. If you're on your front, come into downward dog, and then we switch sides. Remember, we're tucking the right toes under, we're rolling the right thigh, facing the floor, and then you don't have to go all the way down. You'll notice the difference here. You'll access more of the hip on the right side, and then as you go further down, you'll access more on the left glute. So whatever feels good to you, try not to get into the habit of doing the exact same thing every time, because then you start doing it like a momentum, like you're not even mentally there any longer. So it's nice to kind of do the pose as if you've never done it before. Just kind of slowly go into it and explore what's going on. Because your body is different every day, depending on how you slept, depending on what you ate, even, you know, as we get older and things change in our bodies. So we need to be aware a little more about what we do, how we move through our practice. A couple more breaths here. And we're going to come up to seated. So if you're on your back, just roll forward. Bring the legs straight out in front. And walk the hands forward to fold. Again, you're trying to think about belly button towards knees rather than forehead towards knees. Breathe into your upper back. Let your low back soften. Inhale to bring the head up and come forward on your mat so that your hips are closer towards your heels and your heels are at the front of your mat. The arms up to the height of the shoulders. Let's roll down as we inhale, reach back. 3 of these. Exhale, we come up. If you need to, hold the backs of your knees. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. That was 2. We've only got 1 more. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale back. This time the knees will come with us. Take the knees to the right and the gaze to the left. Notice if your ankles are not being supported by the floor. Separate the knees or bring the knees further away from you so that you can feel some kind of support there. Notice if your back is really arched. See if you can soften your spine. Breathe into the right side, the left side, all the way up into the left shoulder. And let's come back through center. Give the knees a squeeze so we can realign the low back. And let's switch sides. Knees go to the left. And separate the knees or the feet as needed. Gaze to the ceiling or to the right. Bigger breath into the right side. And let's come back to center. Bring the knees to the chest. Again, one last squeeze. This time the forehead comes up to the knees. Get long through your low back. Bring the head down. Bring the legs long. Taking the legs out to the corners of your mat. Bringing the arms out wide, palms face open. Allow the eyes to close. Make yourself as comfortable as you can be here. Notice if you want to fidget. Give yourself this opportunity to be still. Allow some softness to come in to the ankles, the knees, the hips. Softness coming into the chest, the shoulders, and the back. Now is the time that the body is integrating all of the strength that you've cultivated in your practice, mentally as well as physically. We're going to start to move whenever you're ready. Let's come up, knees roll into the chest. And if you want to take a few moments here on your side, you can go ahead, or when you're ready, make your way up to a seat. And when you find your seat, I want a block. So find something that's comfortable enough that you can sit on without having to fidget. Allow your hands to rest on your thighs, palms are turned open, first finger and thumb touch. The chin parallel to the floor. Keep the eyes closed, but bring your gaze to the space between the eyebrows, just about an inch above that, to our third eye. As you're breathing, direct your breath up the spine and to your third eye. The exhale washes over you and releases what you don't need. The inhale, directed upward, gazing into your third eye. This is your center of knowledge, your center of deep knowing, intuition. All of the answers that you seek are there. And by us putting our focus there, our attention, we're opening up this chakra. As long as we're just quiet enough, we can hear those answers. Gently smile. Take your hands to your heart, palms pressed together. Notice how you feel here. Your body is a gift. Every breath is a miracle. Remind yourself of that today. Let's take a deep breath in together. Open the mouth, let it go. Namaste. Thanks, guys. It was a 45-minute class. I'm getting better at making these not an hour and a half long. So did you guys practice with me? And if you did, I want to know what you thought. I realize I don't have a lot of speeds. I say I'm going to do intermediate, and then I start going faster, and then I realize I gotta slow it down. So tell me what you guys